Welcome back to Beyond the Jump Scare. We've navigated the subtle dread of Black Christmas and the controversial chaos of Silent Night, Deadly Night. Now for our third stop on the Yuletide Terror Express, we're pivoting completely and jumping into the mayhem of 1984's best horror comedy, Gremlins. Directed by Joe Dante and produced by Steven Spielberg, this film is the definition of a holiday genre blend. It looks like a sweet Christmas movie, but it's really a Trojan horse filled with tiny, scaly, homicidal monsters. The premise is simple. A father buys his son Billy Peltzer a mysterious creature called a Mogwai as a Christmas gift. And that gift comes with 3 simple, ironclad rules. What happens when those rules are broken? Well, complete anarchy, terror and laughs. We're going to dissect those 3 sacred rules, discuss how the film perfectly balances genuine scares with pitch black comedy, and dive into why this movie is a crucial piece of 80s holiday horror history. Let's get messy. The entire plot of Gremlins hinges on 3 simple rules given to Billy when he acquires the Mogwai, Gizmo. They are the cinematic equivalent of Pandora's box, and they are brilliant writing. Rule number 1, no bright lights, especially sunlight. This rule is simple, yet effective. It establishes the Mogwai as a fragile creature tied to the night, but it also means the monster reveals are often sudden, explosive and messy. We learn early on that the sunlight means death, but it's not a quick death. It's a sizzling, melting, dramatic demise, which immediately sets the tone that this movie doesn't shy away from the dark violence. Rule number 2, don't get it wet. This is a game changer. Water triggers rapid asexual reproduction, creating more Mogwai. The initial incident, a glass of water knocked over, is the first domino. The sheer number of monsters creates exponential terror. If one Mogwai is cute, 10 new ones are already trouble. It multiplies the problem from a single pet to entire plague. This rule is what takes the story from a boy and his weird pet to a town under siege. Rule number 3, never feed it after midnight. This is the critical, final step in the transformation. If the Mogwai eats after 12 AM, it cocoons, transforms and emerges as a gremlin, a reptilian-scaled, evil, highly intelligent and highly destructive monster. This rule is the final trigger for the horror element, fully unleashing the mayhem we came to see. The film's emotional core and moral battle lie in the contrast between the Mogwai and the Gremlins. The Mogwai, Gizmo, is a pure, innocent, adorable. He's a physical manifestation of the perfect Christmas pet. He represents the ideal of the gift, something pure and joyful. He is the conscience and the passive hero of the film. The Gremlins, led by the wicked Stripe, are the opposite. They are monstrous, mischievous, and embody pure, cynical anarchy. They reject everything that the holiday stands for. They don't just kill, they commit acts of cruel, dark humour, destroying decorations, harassing carolers, causing traffic accidents. They are chaos incarnate, a perfect rejection of the suburban Norman Rockwell Christmas setting. This binary choice is what makes the movie work. The audience is rooting for the good, fuzzy creature to survive the evil, scaly horde. Steven Spielberg's influence is clear. The small town setting, the suburban family, the wonder of finding a mysterious creature. But Joe Dante, the director, injected a relentless, pitch-black sense of humour that subverts the Spielberg sweetness. This isn't just a scary movie, it's a satire of American consumerism and Christmas sentimentality. The famous bar scene where the Gremlins drink, smoke, play poker and destroy property is pure comedic genius. It's like watching a fraternity party run by miniature monsters. The film is constantly winking at the audience, reminding us that even the darkest violence is being played for a laugh, making it one of the most successful early horror comedies. Just like Black Christmas, a holiday setting is used to heighten the terror, but here is used to highlight the film's cynicism. The Gremlins don't just attack people, they specifically attack the symbols of Christmas, smashing nutcrackers, cutting wires, destroying trees. The most famous example is Mrs. Deagle, the town's resident miser, who meets a hilarious gruesome end after a gremlin sabotages her stair lift. This dark sequence suggests a cynical form of Christmas justice, punishing the naughty in the most ridiculous way possible. The use of the Kingston Falls, a seemingly perfect American town, amplifies the sense of intrusion and chaos. Gremlins was a massive hit and solidified the horror comedy subgenre. It immediately spawned a darker sequel, Gremlins 2: The New Batch, in 1990, which was basically an extended Looney Tunes cartoon directed by Joe Dante, turning the Gremlins loose in a massive New York skyscraper. That film broke all the rules of the first and became a brilliant piece of self-aware satire. The franchise has continued to endure. The film led to a massive wave of Mogwai merchandise, proving that people loved Gizmo just as much as they loved the monsters. And most recently, the franchise has seen a fantastic resurgence with the animated prequel series Gremlins: Secrets of the Mogwai. This series, available on Max in the US and the BBC iPlayer in the UK, dives deep into the origin story of the Mogwai and the exact history of the rules. It proves that there's still a massive appetite for the mythology and the characters, especially the adorable Gizmo. The fact that a film that features so much mayhem and death has such a sustained legacy shows just how effective the initial blend of holiday wonder and creature horror was. So where does Gremlins land on our official Beyond the Jump Scare rating scale? Startle factor has plenty of genuine monster reveals and explosive moments, so I'll give it a solid 4 out of 5. Atmosphere score: the atmosphere is less dread and more chaotic fun, but it's a perfectly crafted world, so I'm giving it a 3 out of 5. Gore score: while it's relatively light, the practical effects and the implication of the violence, especially the Mrs. Deagle scene, is very high. I'll give it a 2 out of 5. Overall, it's a required entry for any holiday viewing list, balancing laughs and scares like few others. And that wraps up our look at Gremlins, the ultimate warning against buying exotic pets for Christmas. Seriously, read the instructions. Now, did you find Gizmo cute? Or did the Gremlins chaos win you over? Let me know. Before I go, remember you can find more of my thoughts on horror, film analysts, and the latest releases over on my blog, Beyond the Jump Scare blogspot. I'll be posting new written pieces soon to go along with the episode. And for daily updates, behind the scenes content, and to weigh in on what we should cover next, you can follow the show on Instagram. Just search for Beyond the Jump Scare. I always check my DMs, so send me your favourite Yuletide terror movie. Next week we'll be diving into a more recent classic that fully leans into the dark comedy side of the genre, 2015's Krampus. We'll be talking about the folklore, holiday stress, and how this movie combines scares with a surprisingly heartfelt family chaos. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. Until then, remember the 3 rules and stay beyond the jump scare.